This is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham. I have got my friend Debbie Small back with us. You are here once again. The month of September is very special for you. September is Brain Aneurysm Awareness Month, and we are so lucky and fortunate to still have you here because of that. So maybe you can tell everybody a bit about your story.
Okay. I had a brain aneurysm rupture in 2018. I actually had no idea what a brain aneurysm even was. I was at home in my kitchen just talking to my husband, and I had what they call a thunderclap headache. I was standing there talking, and I felt like somebody hit me over the head with a baseball bat.
Suddenly, like that fast?
Yeah, just that fast. Grabbed my head with both hands and immediately started throwing up. It was like the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. I didn't go to the hospital immediately, and I should have. Mm-hmm. It's a miracle that I survived that, because I stayed at home for almost 2 days. I was throwing up for both days that I was at home. I think it was a day and a half, actually. On the second morning, I called my husband at work and was asking him to bring home ginger ale, and he couldn't understand me on the phone. I, in my mind, was speaking normally, and he couldn't understand my speech and kept asking me, "What are you saying? What are you saying?" And I was getting frustrated because I was saying, "Bring home ginger ale." And he hung up and dialed 911 and came home. And by the time he got home, I couldn't see anything, like I'd lost my vision. Wow. And I couldn't move. I could hear things going on around me, so I could hear the paramedics. The ambulance got there at the same time he got there. But I couldn't see what was going on. They took me to the Smiths Falls Hospital and did a CT scan and found the rupture. I was transferred from the Smiths Falls Hospital to the Ottawa Civic, where they did an emergency endovascular coiling surgery. They found 4 other brain aneurysms. At first they were going to wait and release me and then do other surgeries later on, but they decided to keep me in the hospital, and I had 2 more surgeries during that first stay. So I was in the Civic that first time for the month of October, because my rupture happened in September, 2 days after my birthday. So it was September 30th. And so I spent that whole October in the hospital in Ottawa. And so I had 3 surgeries that October. And since then I've had 2 more surgeries. I can't remember the exact dates. But so currently I have 2 aneurysms that have not been treated. I go every year for an MRI scan. I just got my appointment for this year. It's on the 29th of October. And they check the size of the aneurysms, and they check the ones that they've already treated. The basilar tip was the aneurysm location that ruptured. It's been treated twice. Because sometimes when they treat it with coiling, the coils can compact, which doesn't happen often. I think it's percentages, I'm not great at the percentages. People can look it up. But I think it's 5 to 10% of cases that will happen. Unfortunately, that's happened with 2 of mine. So I've had to have 2 of my coiled aneurysms recoiled. And due to the location of that aneurysm, it can only be coiled. It can't be clipped because it's in the center of my brain. So it's still taking in blood at the neck. So it hasn't been completely repaired. It's been repaired as much as it can be. So they still watch it. And the other 2 are small, the ones they haven't fixed yet. When I had my scan last year, my surgeon said that he could go ahead and repair them, but the risk of having surgery is, there's a lot that can happen. So he said, it's probably best to continue to watch them for another year. So we'll see what happens with this MRI, and fingers crossed we can continue to watch them for another year.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, it's been your mission since this happened to you to bring awareness to this, because you knew nothing about it, like you said.
Absolutely
about brain
nothing.
aneurysms.
I mean, I've heard of them, but no, did not know. Like, and actually thinking back to it, it's probably a good thing, kind of, because I wasn't panicking at the time that they told me I had a brain aneurysm rupture. But not a good thing, because I should have sought medical attention when I had the rupture.
Right away.
Immediately.
Yes, and that's what you encourage people
Absolutely.
to do, for sure.
Like if there's any family history, or if you have any warning signs, if you have a thunderclap migraine headache, definitely, yes, get medical attention, because they are fatal.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we're very, very lucky.
Extremely.
What happened to you that, nothing happened to you, and you're here today to talk to us.
Yeah.
You had no family history.
No.
Before that.
No.
Since then, though, your 2 sisters?
Yeah, both my sisters have been diagnosed with brain aneurysm. My one sister had surgery 2 years ago to repair the one that they found with her.
Now, did they go get checked because of you?
No, actually, Carla had, she was in a car accident, and her car went off the road, and she went in for a different test. Like, I think she had either a CT scan or an MRI. I think it was a CT scan. And they saw the aneurysm during that scan. And so she had, I think she went in to have a flow diverter put in.
Okay.
And I believe that's what they did. That was 2 years ago.
Right.
And my youngest sister has a small one that they are monitoring. Yeah.
Okay. And did she go get checked because of
yes,
the family history?
So the doctor advised her to get checked because of our family history.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you've got a great Facebook page. All through the month of September, you're always posting things and bringing awareness to Brain Aneurysm Month. But you belong to like a group. Is it globally?
Yeah, it's Brain Aneurysm Survivors. And it's a support group online on Facebook. And we have over 14,000 members now, all over the world. And it's a private group for survivors, friends or family members. And it's a wonderful group. And we offer support for people who have had a rupture or non-ruptured aneurysms. They can ask questions or just, get support from people who've been through it.
Absolutely. I mean, one of your posts you had on it too, it says, "I survived and now I fight."
Yes.
I really like that.
Yeah.
That sounds like Debbie. Yeah. So yeah, that's all the month of September. If you want to take a look at your Facebook page,
Absolutely,
you're gonna
yeah.
be posting stuff like that. You've got some great statistics on there and just learning things and everything. There's a picture. There's a picture, and you're right in the middle of it. There's hundreds and hundreds of people. Is that the group that you belong
Yeah,
to?
we one of our admins, Shannon Sage, she does a collage. So we ask people if they want to be in it to submit a picture,
Right.
and she put together a collage. And we actually have two. I only posted the one that we started with at the beginning of September, and then we had so many people submitting pictures that she had to make a second one. Those are all survivors from our group
Wonderful.
that were putting in
I'm
pictures.
glad the picture is so big.
Yeah, yeah.
But another thing you posted too, every 18 minutes, a brain aneurysm ruptures.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's amazing.
Yeah,
It is such every 18 minutes. That's amazing.
yeah, it's astounding.
Yeah, that there should be more awareness out there so people know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
What to do. And I mean, there's some of us so resilient. You stayed at home, probably just took some Advil or Tylenol to muscle your way through. And
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
And still, even when you were asking for the ginger ale, you thought you were okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had no idea that,
Right.
and he said my speech was completely, like he had no idea what I was saying.
Yeah.
Complete jumbled.
Wow. I'm glad you acted quickly for you.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, for sure. And 10 to 15% of patients diagnosed with a brain aneurysm will have more than one brain aneurysm.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was your case as well.
Unfortunately,
Yes,
I seem
really.
to
You got
fall into
5.
the
Yes.
all the categories there.
Yeah. So for more information, people can take a look at your Facebook page. And you are an open book if you're on our accessibility committee here in Smith Falls
Yes,
as
I
well
am.
too.
Yeah.
So you're very accessible to people. So
Yeah.
you're like I said,
I open my page to public for the month of September,
right.
and I post something every day.
Yeah.
And also, a lot of my friends in the group are posting as well, trying to spread awareness.
Right.
So
right.
that's our
And they're waiting
objective.
to see you on here.
Yes.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming here every year and talking to us about this, and I'm so
Thank
glad
you
you
for
were
having
able
me.
to. So you've been a good friend of mine for many years before you went through
Yes.
this. So, and I've got to say too, you're doing amazing. You're doing
Thank
amazing.
you.
Every time I see you, you're doing a little bit better, and it's just great to have you here.
Yes, it's a progress, and it takes the healing journey takes a long time,
Right.
and it is something that you do see progress over the years.
That's right.
And the doctors say, well, once you hit the 2-year mark, it's as good as it's going to get, and that's not true at all.
That's right.
You do
That's
see
right.
progress way beyond that.
Yeah. That's right.
So-
Well, and you're always working towards it too.
Absolutely,
so, yes,
yeah.
We've known each other. We lived on Condi Street together.
Yes,
That's right.
when
That's
we were
right.
young.
Yes, that's
so
right.
many years ago.
So many. Yes. Well, maybe not. Well, thank you for joining us today, Debbie Small, here to bring awareness to brain aneurysm awareness for the month of September.